My name's Andy Welch. I'm a freelance music journalist from London and I've been a victim of bank fraud. Before this happened, I didn't really think that I was the sort of person that got done by fraudsters. That's the kind of thing that you read about in papers and that happens to other people. I thought that I was perhaps, tech savvy and culturally aware of different things that are happening. I work in newspapers, so I read a lot of news. And it turns out that was all wrong, and I am the sort of person that falls for bank fraud. So one Sunday morning I got a phone call from Visa Card Services telling me that there was a few fraudulent transactions that I hadn't made come out of my account. Then I ended the call, hung up the receiver, went to get my bank card to find the number to call on the back of the bank card. And I rang back, lifted up the receiver, not realising that I wasn't starting a new call. The previous call hadn't ended. So when I picked up the receiver, the other person was still on the other end, but they played a dial tone and then a ringtone down the phone. So I heard those recordings thinking that it was a fresh call being made. And I was actually speaking to the same people that had called me in the first place. The next step after I'd called them was that they sent a courier around to the house, and this sounds ridiculous even explaining it back, but they were very, very convincing with the reasons why they needed my bank card for different examination purposes. And they explained that if they didn't have the card, I wouldn't be able to get a refund on any of the money. So they sent a courier, like an unmarked courier service came round to collect my bank card, and I handed it over. At that point, when they sent the courier round, I was feeling like it was perhaps not quite legit, but the two things that were sticking in my mind were the amount of money that had been stolen at that point, and secondly, the fact that I'd called the bank as well. So I thought that it wasn't really what I'd heard happened when bank fraud took place, but the overriding thing was that the man from the bank that I had called in the first place told me that this was happening. I think learning to not feel like an idiot was one of the biggest things that sort of came out of it, because for the first sort of 6 months after it, I didn't tell anybody it had happened really, because I just felt so stupid that I'd fallen for this scam. I think that the main thing is just to get over that and get it sorted. Having been through bank fraud myself, if I was going to give anyone any advice, I would say to give yourself a bit of an education so you know what the current scams are, so you can spot them a little bit earlier than I did.